Okay, ads versus playlists, that big topic. So in this video, we're going to discuss whether you should use ads, whether you should use playlists, whether you should use both, the pros and cons of each of those. We'll also then end with what has worked for us, for our record label, and for artists that we have helped. And hopefully by the end, we'll have given you a bit of a strategy that will help you make some good decisions and promote your music. So first things first, what are the pros of using ads? Well, first thing to say is ads work. I know for some of you out there, you've probably tried an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad and have been a bit disappointed with the results. It's important to note that it's quite a few moving parts in making a successful campaign, but we have done it, and through a lot of trial and error, we have learned how to run campaigns that work, and we have generated algorithmic plays. We've got tens of thousands of plays on songs that we've released. We've helped artists grow their fan base, so we can say that ads work. However, the downside of an ad is there is quite a bit of time and investment, particularly if you're trying to do it by yourself, that you have to invest. And therefore, what we would say is that if you're going into an ad campaign, whilst it definitely works, you need an objective that you can actually achieve. If your objective is to make your money back, you're going to be disappointed, particularly in the short term. However, if your objective is, I want to grow my fan base, I want to promote my music, I'm investing into my future, we'd thoroughly recommend ads. And like I said, you've got kind of two options really. Do it yourself, which has a bit of a learning curve, or get someone else to do it for you. If you want someone else to do it for you, we can do that. If you want to learn it yourself, we'd recommend two particular channels on YouTube that are really good and have got lots of information on how to do it. And that's Andrew Southworth and Tom DuPree. Loads of technical information, lots of step-by-step videos on how to run and build a campaign. No point doing it here, go and watch those videos. So the pros are they work. The downside is you're not going to make your money back, at least not in the short term. So the second part of the marketing mix, if you like, is playlists. Now the pros of a playlist are obviously if you get on a big playlist, you can get loads of plays, and during that release campaign, Spotify might see that and go, oh, this is great, people are loving this song, and they'll push your music to even more people. The downside of a playlist, and this is a big downside, and you need to make sure you factor this in, most of the time when you get on a playlist, you're on there for a month and then you're off and then all those plays disappear. The bigger downside is the save rate of your song on a playlist is much lower than what your save rate on an ad will be. And also your number of followers you get from a playlist is very low, again, compared to an ad campaign. So if you're trying to build your following and your fan base, ads are definitely the way to go. If you're trying to get that extra bit of push and those extra plays to boost that release, then we'd recommend trying to get on some big playlists. So there's pros and cons to both, and the ideal situation is a bit of both. However, what we would say is the advantage of an ad versus a playlist, a big advantage is you're in control and you can dictate what's happening and how to move forward. The problem with a playlist is you're relying on someone else saying yes and then actually putting your music on that playlist. To give you an idea, we are playlist curators ourselves, and via Submit Hub we get sent a lot of music, and in reality we only ever say yes to maybe 1 in 20 tracks. So two things to take away from that is it's hard to get on playlists, and also is to not get disappointed if someone says no. It's not personal. Musical taste is a fickle beast. They may not be into your music, but it doesn't mean your music is not necessarily good enough. And again, that's why we say ads and learning ads or getting someone to run ads for you is the best way to go, because you are in control of reaching fans, presenting your music and generating that excitement, that hype, those plays and those follows that you are looking for. So there we go. Ads versus playlists. We would lean towards ads, but don't ignore playlists. So if you're going to look at it, we would say 80% focus on ads, 20% on playlists. Put the two together, plan it into your 30-day schedule, see the previous video, and hopefully what will happen is your music will reach people, they'll play it, they'll follow you, and your music career will be off and running. And with that in mind, this series has come to an end. However, we are releasing, or I am releasing my first ever track on my record label, and it's coming out in a few weeks' time, and I'm going to basically follow the 12-week process or the 12 video process that I've outlined. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and hopefully the 12 videos and the 12 things that I've suggested work, and I generate a fan base and a following, and I get plays and I get algorithmic plays. I'm going to use ads, I'm going to use playlists, I'm going to have an objective, I'm going to have a strategy, I'm going to have a story to tell, all of the things that I've been banging on about for 12 videos, and we'll see if it works. And if it does work, great, and if it doesn't work, I guess ignore everything I've said in the last 12 videos. But let's see. Anyway, that's me done for today. That's the series done. Do come back and see how it works in a real world example with my own music. Thanks for watching. I'm Johnny and this is the Blah 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 Music Marketing Channel.